Hi, I'm Karmali. Welcome to Karmali Exchange. Business owners need to help each other out. Keep on pushing to meet the needs of the customer will meet the needs of the business. You've been doing this for a long time, and one part that I noticed about you versus a lot of your peers is that you're involved in the community locally. And I'm speaking not only within your faith, but within charitable organizations, with other groups as well. You've really immersed yourself into the community. People know who you are, not only for what you do, but how kind an individual you are, but also how you get involved. When did that happen? When did that say, you know what, I need to do this? And was it a business decision or is it something else?
Thank God my wife is not here. Because I've been doing this since I started working, after my Army service, and since 1985 I'm involved in community service. I think if you're not part of the community, you're losing. You get way more when you give. You get way more when you give. It comes natural to me. Since, age 20 something, I was already involved in community charities, organizations, sports club, you name it. I was always involved in that. So I can't live without it. I can't think about a day that I wasn't involved in any community.
Do you find that business owners, generally speaking, who are involved in the community have longevity in their business or longevity as entrepreneurs? Or do you find that if you kind of just focus on you, don't worry about everybody else and keep going, that's the better route?
It's an interesting question. I never thought about it this way. And I'm going now name by name, and all the people I'm kind of in touch with that I call friends or accountants or clients, they're all involved in some capacity and their organizations are very successful and striving, and whether it's their individual people that I know or whether it's people that are CEOs or whatever the title is.
We talk about purpose and profit, and you could make money, but if that money doesn't turn into what your purpose actually is, then what's it for? It's not about money in and of itself. It's about what that money can do to help other people. For me, it's motivating people to live well and give back. That's what I'm trying to do. So I want people to be healthier, but I want people to give back to society more than they already are. And that's a huge part of how we've grown our organization. We have a socially conscious event every other month in the office, making it easy for our team. Because we know that people either have money or time. They don't generally have both. Some people have both, but very rarely. Yeah. And so my feeling is that humans are good and they want to help. They just don't get the opportunity to help. And so one of the things that we did with Samaritan's Purse, making those shoe boxes, we were one of the drop-off, our offices were the drop-off locations around Calgary for the shoe boxes. So we collected a bunch and we made a bunch. Senior Santa, I can't remember the exact name, unfortunately, but we get these names of seniors that need gifts. And we, I think, sponsored 30 seniors last year. And it's just $100 per person. And you get your team. And it's fun for them because we give them the $100 and we say, go shopping for a senior. Yeah. And there's a list of things. And they go out and they do the shopping. Yeah. So they're involved and then they get to drop it off. So we make it easy for the team to do things.
But this is your core value.
Yeah.
This is something that you've been brought up with.
Yeah.
And that been filtered through the company. And I think that's the message is whatever your core values are as a business owner needs to filter through the company. Otherwise, there's going to be, a bit of a mismatch. How did you determine that was going to be a value you want everybody on the team to follow?
If you believe in it enough, I don't think there's any way that people around you can't see that and can't understand. And so, when we hire people now, it's part of the conversation that we have is that, are you somebody that wants to give a couple of days of free work? We took over CUPS. So CUPS has a dental clinic in Calgary. Yep. And so we signed an agreement with them that we will pay for everything to run that clinic. And every Thursday, we'll send down a dentist, an assistant, a hygienist, and a receptionist to run the clinic. Wow. I turned around to my team and I said, it's an opportunity. It's not a requirement. I'm not paying you to go down, but I'd like you to go twice a year. And we have people lined up to do that. Wow. Right? Like they're excited to do it because I truly believe everybody wants to help. It's just making that opportunity, making it easy for people to help. And I just think that companies don't make it easy enough. You know, they say, oh, we'll give you some money or the rest. But it's like you want to get them involved. You want to get them to actually go out and do something, because that smile you get when you help somebody, that's the difference. That's what makes you want to go back and do it. You know, if you donate some money, and that's still very important because we need, these organizations need money, you don't always get to see the smile on the person's face that you've helped. So you got to do both. And that's what we believe, you know, being part of the World Partnership Walk, you know, that's money that goes overseas to help people in need in Africa and Asia. We can't always see their smiles, but we know we're helping people. But then we got to help people locally, because we get that conversation all the time too. It's like, well, why are you helping overseas? Isn't there a need here? Well, why can't you do both?
Yeah. I think it's so important to know your business inside and out, knowing how your financials work, how to help yourself and help your staff and your business. I think there's one opportunity that people can focus on. We've been accustomed or been told to go find a mentor. Go find someone who can help you. Go ask, go network. Now I want to see the opposite happen. I'd like for people to go out and offer help, offer mentorship, offer opportunities. I think that's where you're going to see the change. Do you remember when everybody would start to pay it forward? They would go through line, they would pay for the person next in line or already ordered. You're always paying for somebody else and you have no idea it's going to happen until you get to the cashier. Why are we not doing that as business owners? Why are we not helping each other out in certain ways where we can pay it forward? I'm a big believer of, if I give and I give and I give, that value will come back to me tenfold. It may not happen in the same calendar year, but it's going to come back. And so the more that we give, the more that we mentor, more that we see a person early in their journey and we can give them some help, the more that we can kind of say, hey, I've got a connection, or how to get e-commerce, or how to get onto this platform so that you can get more business or help your family out, to feed your staff members, to feed your families. That's where we can pay it forward. I think that's a huge opportunity. I'd like to see what we can do for our own businesses, but I'd like to see what entrepreneurs can do for others. Thank you for watching the Karmali Exchange. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. You can also follow me on social media at Faisal Karmali, where we can continue the business conversation.